What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. And today I'm going to continue my conversation and my breakdown of the Jacksonville game. And I'm also do a little preview of the Bengals game and this season that we're in for. Laugh. But anyway, to continue about the game on Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars, I didn't get enough to talk. I didn't get enough time to talk about the defense. Now, my initial reaction of the defense was very disappointing. It didn't look like the number one defense. The best defense on the field was Jacksonville, clearly. And this defense struggled, in my opinion. Until I rewatched the tape. And I'm not about to understand back like this defense played good. It played okay. It's not as bad as it seemed when you're watching it. The thing about the defense, it didn't dominate. And that's what we expected. We expected against Blake Bortles it to dominate. J.J. Watt, Clowney, Merciless, McKinney, Cushing. We expecting this defense to dominate, especially that front seven with four all pros on it. And Merciless, Watt, Clowney, and McKinney. But it did not dominate. And that's why it looked disappointing. The defense actually did okay, because if you think about it, it only gave up 6 points in the beginning. Only gave up 6 points off of 2 field goals. The first touchdown that Jacksonville got came off of a shortened field because you had a turnover. Savage fumbles the ball, turnover, they run it down. And then think about it, we stopped them on third down, and they really should have kicked a field goal, but they had the balls enough to go for it on fourth down. The ball was right there. So they got a half a yard to get the touchdown. Then the next touchdown came strictly from the defense. It was the defense return a fumble for a touchdown to make it 19-0 going into the half. So defensively, they really only gave up 12 points. And then, like I said, but the worst drive was the drive against the Jaguars coming out of the second half. Their first drive of the second half. Once we had Watson score a touchdown, and it's 19-7. Your defense has to make a stop. You're the number one defense in the NFL last year. You have 4 All-Pros. You have the best defensive player in the league on your side. You have the number one overall pick defensive player in Jadeveon Clowney on the side. You're supposed to make a stop right there to get the ball back to the offense so the offense can make a game. Because even if the Texans only would have got a field goal out of that, it's 10-9 going into the it's 19-10 going to the fourth quarter. That's plenty enough time to get 9 points. Something could happen. So that's when the defense failed. And the defense actually stopped. It was third down. They stopped. But then Kevin Johnson had a crucial, horrible pass interference. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was a horrible call. It was a horrible play by Kevin Johnson to get that pass interference. You cannot get pass interference in that situation. And a lot of people were saying that, hey, we got Kevin Johnson. We don't need A.J. Bouye. Now, secondary didn't play bad because think about it. Boras only had 124 yards. He had 24 yards more than Watson. Watson only played 2 quarters. But A.J. Bouye was the better corner. You should have kept A.J. Bouye. I know some Texas fans want to continue to bash on Jonathan Joseph that he's old. I kind of agree that he's old, and that's another reason why I would have kept AJ. People want to bash on Kareem Jackson. I think a lot of that's whole more because of with how bad he played his rookie year. He's not the same player. He's way more improved than he was his rookie year. I'm not saying that he is a top corner, but he is a servable. You can win with him. He's a serviceable corner. You can win with him on your outside. And I like Kevin Johnson. I just don't think Kevin Johnson is a number one corner. I don't think he's just, he's that guy. He's that lockdown, shutdown corner. We don't have a lockdown, shutdown corner. We have okay, good enough corners. We don't have lockdown, shutdown corners. We don't. We don't have lockdown, shutdown corners that clamp down. We had that in AJ, and we let him go because he was undrafted free agent. That's the only thing I can think of. That he's an undrafted free agent, and that's the reason why. That's the only thing I can think of. But He was clearly the better corner on the team last year, and he's better than these corners. And if you have him, you have a legitimate lockdown corner. And the press is not. It's not like he's been on an island by himself because you do have that front. You do have that front. And Jonathan Joseph, Kevin Johnson, and Kareem, they're okay. They're good in the corners. It's not like it's a lockdown corner and then you just have just straight no secondary. It's not the Colts. It's not that type of secondary. We have a better secondary than that. But this, the coaching staff, and a lot of people want to harp on to bad play calling. I'm not going to call it the play calling. The reason why I'm not going to call it the play calling is because this offense is so complex that you have a lot of miscommunications because the quarterback and the receiver both can change the play. The receiver can change the play on the coverage that he sees. The way he sees the corner playing him, he can change the play and change his route. The quarterback makes the call. The receiver sees the corner. He's like, well, I see this corner. I'm supposed to make this play over here instead of the play he called. And the quarterback's supposed to read the same thing like, okay, that corner's over there, so he should make that play. He should make that switch to that route combination. But if they're not on the same page, you get a lot of miscommunications, which is what happened. A lot of miscommunications. So somebody wasn't reading the defense right. Either the receiver wasn't reading the defense right, or the quarterback wasn't reading the defense right. So the offense is too complicated. You don't have Tom Brady because Tom Brady can switch it at any time, and he's a masterful at this offense. So you don't have Tom Brady. So you need to simplify the offense and simplify the play calling. That's what you need to do to make this offense more successful. Also, to make this offense more successful, especially when you have a young quarterback or not that good quarterback, run the ball. In my opinion, the Texans drafted the second best running back in the draft in the third round. Got him still Deontay Foreman. Why Deontay Foreman only got one carry? That made no sense for Deontay Foreman to get one carry. I guarantee you he's going to get more than one carry Thursday night against the Bengals. He better get more than one carry. He's the best back on this team, in my opinion, and you need to run the ball with him. And put. That's what Jacksonville did. Blake Bortles did not beat you. You got beat by the Jacksonville's front seven and by Jacksonville run the football with Leonard Fournette. That's what you need to do. Run the football up their mouth. Even if your offensive line's bad, run the football. Take that pressure off. So they'll start loading up the box, and then maybe you have some one-on-one coverages. Because even though I think A.J. Bouye is a better cornerback than any of the cornerbacks on the Texans, and I definitely think that Ramsey is that dude, Hopkins did make a little bit of plays. If he would have been able to catch the ball, that's another thing. He was dropping balls. Because some of those drops that he had, there was tight coverage. He was covered like a blanket. But you can make those plays because the ball hit his hands. And he shouldn't make those plays. If he would make some of those plays, some of the plays would have been first downs. That's what you need to do. So, that's how I feel about the game yesterday. A game on Sunday. Now let's fast forward to this game on Thursday against the Bengals. Jalen Strong will be back, but you lost Bruce Ellington. You lost all your tight ends. They're only going to have 3 receivers. The injury report came out today. Only receivers that you have healthy is Hopkins, Miller, and Jalen Strong. You don't have no tight end. They have to sign Evan Bayless from the practice squad to be a tight end because Anderson, Griffin, and Griffin are out, and C.J. Fedora's got placed on IR. Now, he's on IR designated to return, so it means he's supposed to miss between 6 and 8 weeks. It's not IR for the season, so he will be back sooner than later. But you have that going on for you, and you're going to play Watson, a rookie quarterback. I've been saying this from the jump that I wanted Watson to play. But as I sit back and think about how bad this offensive line is, I don't want another David Carr situation where you throw a rookie first-round draft pick out there and get killed, and he loses confidence behind this offensive line. I didn't think this offensive line was that bad. And maybe it might be Jacksonville front seven just that damn good. But this offense played 10 sacks. 10 sacks. That's not good. So, I think that the Texans should play Deshaun Watson. I'm kind of iffy on because I don't want the David Carr situation to happen, or the RG3 situation happen, or what's going on in Indy right now, Andrew Luck. Even if you have that dude at quarterback, that bad offensive line, he gets subject to injuries, and now it's rumors report that Andrew Luck is asking for a trade. He wants to get out of Indy. I have a subscriber who's a Titans fan told me that when I was broken down the AFC South, he said that the Colts Andrew Luck will never win a title in Indy. And I believe that because the front office and the organization fails him. I don't want this to be the same situation with Deshaun Watson. I don't want Deshaun Watson to be that dude. But the organization fails him by not putting the offensive line in front of him, which harks me back to the whole entire, what I said from the beginning. If Tom Savage was good, that is a horrible decision on both Rick Smith and Bill O'Brien, and they both need to be fired behind it because you gave $71 million to Brock Osweiler when you could have signed Brooks back and Ben Jones back, our center Ben Jones and Brooks back on the offensive line, or you could have used that money to sign another offensive lineman free agent. But no, you gave $71 million to Brock Osweiler. Not to mention you traded up your picks. Your second round pick to get rid of Brock Osweiler, and your first round pick of next year to get Deshaun Watson, and you spent the first round pick this year on drafting Deshaun Watson. If Savage was good enough to be the starting quarterback, all those picks and all those money moves would have kept AJ Bouye and also reassured the offensive line to give you that front. Now, remember, I'm on the Deshaun Watson bandwagon. I think Deshaun Watson is way better than Tom Savage. I'm just saying, if Tom Savage, quote unquote, turned out to be that dude, it would have been a bad look, and we would have wasted time, wasted money, and wasted bad decisions to help him out to make him more successful. Now you have Deshaun Watson. Remember, even if the Texans lose against the Bengals, you're staring 0-5 in the face. Because after that, you go to New England. You got the Titans at home, and then you got Kansas City at home. You're staring 0-5 in the face. If you stare 0-5 in the face, that's it. And then you don't even get the benefit from it because you don't have your first pick or your second round pick in the draft. And about this Dwayne Brown situation, I'm sick and tired of the Dwayne Brown situation. Either bring him back, either do what you gotta do to make him come back, which I want you to do, or just trade him already. Cause I'm sick of, we still don't want Dwayne Brown. Still don't want Dwayne. I either re-sign him back, do whatever you gotta do to make him come back, or just go ahead and get rid of him. So we don't even have the decision anymore. So we won't have to think about it anymore because it's just there. He's on the roster, but we not using him because he's holding out. We not gonna pay him. We just gonna sit here and let our quarterbacks get killed, and we're not even gonna trade him to get some picks or something. We just let him just sit out there. Because I think, in my personal opinion, I think he wants to go. I think he wants to get traded. I think he wants to get traded because his wife is a radio host, was in Houston, and now she's working in LA. My personal opinion, I think he wants to get traded to the Rams or Chargers so he can be closer to wifey. Which that's your business. That's what you want to do. That's all on you, bro. That's what you want to do. Hey, that's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking because I don't understand why they haven't tried to resign him yet. I don't understand. I mean, not resign him, but extend his contract, guarantee his contract. Like, you see your quarterbacks get killed. Do you want an Andrew Luck or RG3 situation to happen that you can put all this money and all these draft picks into Deshaun Watson and sit here and let him get killed? No, that makes no sense. Now, do I think the Texans are going to beat the Bengals? I really don't know. To be honest, like if I had to be completely honest, I don't know. I want them to. So I'm going to pick the Texans 17-10. Nah, it's too much. 13-10. Pick them 13-10. But I don't really know. I'm not like all that. That's what's going to happen. Because the Bengals have a good front seven themselves. Now, the Texans do have played good against Andy Dalton, especially J.J. Watt. But we're going to have to see. Like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell to get more videos. I holla.